link. That, how did I add Poipole coach? Why is it over here? It should not be over there, it should be over here. Alrighty. We're gonna give it a little bit, hope some people kind of trickle in, and then we'll get going pretty soon here. Why is it open over on that screen? I don't want it on that screen. Alright. We're not going too much longer. We're gonna go ahead and get going. Alright, so this is week 3 for the UPA Poipole division. We only have 4 weeks. 4 weeks, 4 matches done. We still wait on Mental Mark versus UU to get done. That won't get done until Wednesday. But before we do anything, let me check real quick to see if there are any transactions so I can cover that because I don't prep for this almost at all. We do have some transactions. Let me make sure those are in the doc. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and go over the transactions right now. And it looks like they were done. Okay. So, let me make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so the only trades this week were Cavi with the Indigo Infernapes. And he dropped Snubble and Swablu in favor of Alolan Meowth right here for 10 points and Flabebe for 6 points. Honestly, that's probably a really great trade considering how physical his team is. He could really use some special bulk on Flabebe. And this is more of a support Pokemon than anything with Meowth. So that'll help a little bit. Alright, but let's go ahead and get into the standings. Alright. So we have in first place Eric with the Electric City Elekids at 3-0 with +8. They are only 3-0 team. Because in second place we have the South London Spindas with Brightwing at 2-1 with a differential of 7. We have the Carolina Crawdons Snack Machine 2-1 with a differential of 6. We have Team 10 DC with a differential of 2-1 with a differential of 2. We got the Apple Clan Dino Trooper 2-1 with a differential of 1. We got Mark who has not played his match yet. We got Fluffix at 1-2 with a differential of -3. We got the Asbestos Alakazam with Super Brawler, a differential of 1-2, differential of -4. We got Team 4, unauthorized user, once again has not played his match yet. And we got Cavi with the Indigo Infernapes at 0-3 at -10. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at our current MVPs. We'll go over our top 10. We got Fungus from that's not up to date because that hasn't played this week. So we're going to skip that and go on to Mudbray with the Asbestos Alakazam Super Brawler. Had 6 kills and 2 deaths in 3 games. Snivy with the Carolina Crawdons at 6 and 3 deaths. 6 kills, 3 deaths in 3 games as well. Hisuian Zora on Team 9 for Fluffix. 2 games at 5-1. We got Crabrawler from the South London Spindas coached by Brightwing at 5 kills and 1 death. We got Doduo from the Apple Clan with Dino Trooper at 5 kills and 3 deaths. We got Drifloon from the Electric City Elikids with Eric Adalzo at 4 kills and 1 death. Got Mankey from Team 10 and Coughing both from Team Mankey and Coughing from T10. Team 10 at 4 kills and 1 death for Mankey and 2 deaths for Coughing. And then 10th place we have Chimchar from the Electric City Elikids, coached by Eric Adalzo, at 4 and 2. So we're really starting to see what our top contenders are right now. Fungus and Mudbray are big ones. They've been at the top every week. I think Snivy's new up here. I might be wrong about that. And then we got Kerbrawler still high up here as well. Doduo is also high. Mankey's I think Mankey's fallen off a little bit. I might be misremembering. But Coughing I think was also quite high in the past. So we are really starting to see like our big front runners here. Mostly Mudbray and actually I think Mudbray's been here since week 1. That's interesting. And I don't really think it's gotten maybe 1 kill since then. I don't remember exactly. And then Kerbrawler's been here since week 1 as well. And then so is Fungus, obviously, but Fungus is really hard to consider considering it hasn't had a match this week yet. But I mean, actually, regardless, it's still gonna be at the top. That's quite impressive. 7 kills in 2 games, even if it did die twice. All right, but without further ado, we are going to move into matches. Alrighty. Center this. So as we can see, this is Brightwing versus DC. Brightwing brought Apom, Vulpix, Quaxley, Kerbrawler, Bulbasaur, and Shieldon. Shieldon was, I remember, being really funny last week. And then Kerbrawler's obviously been really strong all the time. DC, we have Elekid, Coughing, Houndour, Mankey, Dratini, and Sprigatito. Coughing is in Houndour have both been pretty decent. I know Elekid and Coughing are probably Elekid, Coughing, and Mankey are the 3 that have been really good for his team. But let's see how this goes. All right, Vulpix into Elekid, saying the drought immediately, and getting a. That is a Scarf, right? Yeah, that's definitely a Scarf Vulpix for an easy 1-turn Weather Ball kill. That's cool. Cool tech. Obviously, they swapped to Houndour, which is definitely Flash Fire, Flame Charge, and this is gonna have. This wouldn't have Solar Beam, right? Oh no, okay. Flame Charge and Dark Pulse KOing the Duck. Very interesting, I would say. I'm actually. Oh, it's Life Orb. Okay. I am still kind of surprised I killed. Taking the hit just so you can take out the Houndour, it looks like. Oh no, they're wasting a turn saying rocks. Didn't. Oh, that's rough. The Custap Berry did not matter because of Sucker Punch. Which, what am I doing? I'm trying to think. Custap Berry, if I remember correctly, doesn't actually increase your priority, which wouldn't have mattered anyways, but. Yeah, that was good tech. Sucker Punch was a good call there. DC. We actually see this entire set here. Vulpix, bringing that back in. Oh, ooh, that is a interesting play there. The Memento seems like it would hurt more than it helps, considering how much of a insane burst damage Pokemon this is. He's got to deal with the Houndour, I guess. I feel like Apom going first would have been better. Okay. I mean, I guess we'll see what this does. Growth, fair enough. Ooh, that was a risky play, considering Flamethrower. Oh, another Weather Ball. Alright, yeah, fair enough. This is a decent game. I think there's been some interesting sets on both interesting sets and plays on both sides. Um, Honestly, the Hound. I really like the Hound Hour set and the plays you made, DC. Um, Ooh, that's a rough miss. Yeah, I see why Brightwing lost here. That's Brightwing's first loss. But I don't think Crabrawler can do anything about the coughing now. Yeah, even with the knockoff, it's only you violate headbutt. That headbutt doesn't even kill. That's rough. Honestly, Crabrawler could have cleaned it up here, but I think coughing's just too tanky. How much did Zen headbutt do? 55. How much was it at previous turn? 77. At Honestly, it would have been better to just click Zen headbutt twice. Now I'm looking at it. I think if they clicked Zen headbutt twice, they had a chance. Because that would have been. Trying to think. That would have been like 30 something percent each time. No, it'd be about the same. No, let me think. It'd be like 37% give or take, which would get to 74 ish. It probably would have gotten down to a roll, and then also has flinch chances. So that's a bit of a call there that I think was smart in the moment, but looking back, it probably would have been better to just click Zen Headbutt twice. That was a good game though. I did like this game a lot. It's a lot to talk about. A lot of interesting plays. We move on to Super Baller versus Fluffix. Super Baller brought Mudbray, Alone Sand Shrew, Wingle, Tinkatink, Glimmet, Gothary. Ooh, Dino, that's rough. We'll get to your games last. Because I think how did I organize this? Let me check. Um, yeah, it was in order of games played. So your game was played last, so we're going over it last. But we got Hisuian Voltorb, Hisuian Zorua, which it looks like Hisuian Zorua did a lot this week, if I'm remembering correctly from the MVPs. Score Bunny, uh, Hippopotas, Grimer, Elon Grimer, and Panico. Um, Hisuian Zora, I love the Hisuian Zora and Zoroark line. It's so good. But let's get watching this match. Let's see who are their leads. Tinkatink, always a good lead. I wonder what set this is, because I know a really good set for Tinkatink in general is Air Balloon, Pickpocket. So if they ever hit you with any contact move, that you drop the Air Balloon and you take their item. Okay, good. Wolffish is a smart decision there. Going Hippopotas, knockoff? No, Subfox, fair enough, fair enough. Going to Winkle. That was a great call from Fluffix there. Um, it was a pretty easy. That was a very easy play to predict. That is true. Now that I'm looking at it, but that is still a great call, and Winkle is such an impressive Pokemon in this format that puts them ahead by quite a bit. And then Stealth Rocks. Then you just click Earthquake again. Oh yeah, and you can never kill Hippopotas. It just never wants to die. That and Hippowdon. I swear those two Pokemon are immortal. It's just stalling. I guess there's no real reason to do anything else, but they're running out of slack offs. They're down to 4. Even resisted to 26. 26? That's kind of crazy. Okay, getting that. Wow, Mudbray. That's okay. Tink tink. Hornberry, fair enough, fair enough. That did quite a bit. 22% on a resisted hit. So they really want those rocks up. Why does this hippo get burning jealousy? Oh, wait. It's not a hippo. That's why it gets burning jealousy. Because it's not a hippo. That's also interesting what they decided to go boots on this. Yeah, I was so confused for a moment to see if Hippo got burning jealousy. That'd be kind of ridiculous. All right. Honestly, it looks. I'm looking to me that Fluffix wins this just because. Oh wow, that did. Zora's kind of bulky. I guess it's non-stab, but still. Yeah, Hisuian Zora is going kind of crazy right now. Yeah, I don't know what they do. This might be my Pokemon of the week right now. Yeah, I don't really have a. That just kind of reverse swept. How much was that? How many kills was that? One, two, uh, three, four. Who killed the Tinkatink? Oh no, this did. Yeah. So one, two, three. They got 5 kills. That's pretty solid. Was that first place on the all 5 kills this game? It looks like that's pretty impressive. And they only needed 4 Pokemon to win. Well played, Fluffix. All right, we'll get into Cavi versus. This is Snack Machine, I think. It's their alt account. Yeah, that's Snack Machine. Um, but Snack Machine brought Diglett, Chespin, Tentacool, Snivy, Greavard, and Growlithe. Whereas Cavi brought Timber, Poniard, Drillbur, Totodile, Litten, and Surskit. Alright, let's see how this goes. Snivy lead into Surskit. That's a pretty free Leaf Storm, yeah. For a free kill. Yep. Life Orb, yep. That thing is gonna commit mass genocide. Snivy's a menace in this format. That killed at. I guess that was a crit. That crit probably guaranteed the kill. But Cavi. You need to learn what Sucker Punch does, my friend. Because this is the second game I'm pretty sure you've lost because you haven't clicked Sucker Punch. Because now. That crit didn't matter for sure. Because now Snivy just kind of clicks Cavi. Once again, this thing gets Mach Punch. Timber gets Mach Punch. You need to use that too. This is. Oh, that was. Cavi. Cavi. I guess that was a speed tie still, but like. Cavi. Cavi. You can't recover this. There's no way. Yeah. You need 2 Pokemon. Like, Cavi, I think you could have very easily won that if you had Mach Punch on Timber and you had Sucker Punch on Poniard. Yes, Snivy got an easy turn one shot, and I think you made the Litten play correctly. But after that, you kind of just threw it away because you thought you were going to lose. I assume that's what happened. But to me, like, I don't even feel like I can give Snivy like Pokemon of the Week or anything like that because I don't think Cavi played to his outs. What, this had Protect rate? Yeah. I mean, that was a nice quick battle, I guess. And no nicknames on either. Oh no, this one's nicknames. Tony, 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 and Tony. Cavi one. No, Cavi's not the kind of person I think would get tilted. I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, he just learned that Snivvy's very strong. That's about it. Oh, no, that wasn't. No, that was Snack knowing that this wouldn't kill. Okay. I mean, let's see how much HP did it have? 48% left. 48. I'm pretty sure an Iron Fist Mach Punch and a Sucker Punch would very easily have killed. I'll say probably just the Iron Fist Mach Punch would have killed. Or Guts even. Maybe. I guess you would have to wait a turn for Guts. But, yeah, Sucker Punch and Mach Punch definitely could have made that less of a sweep. Or also, if you'd gone to something, no, Linton was the correct play, 100%. But we're gonna move on before I talk too long about this. Moving on to Dino Trooper versus Eric. We do know who wins this, Eric, because Eric is the only person with 3 wins at the moment. But Dino Trooper brought Cutie Fly, Doduo, Sandshrew, Phantump, Chinchou, and Meowth. Whereas Eric brought Stunky, Grookey, Drifloon, Toadstool? Yeah, Toadstool. The naming scheme for this line is, and the Tenta line is weird. Galarian Meowth, and Chimchar. I love how happy Chimchar is in this little animation it has here. He's just vibing. Let's go ahead and watch the match. Need Doduo into a Stunky. Immediate swap. Knockoff, good call, good call. You're the Violet. Sandshrew on a U-turn. Going to Grookey. Sandshrew has to swap. Yep, Doduo, fair enough. Knockoff, removing its Oranberry, okay. Meowth. Brave. That was a crit. That still did a lot, though. Kill on the Meowth. Doduo is kind of crazy. Chimchar, you got to swap. Or not. You could very easily have Brave Birded there. It's interesting. Because you both made a predict. You made a predict for a Mach Punch. And see Quick Attacked. But then they thought you were going to swap, so they knock off. I think the correct play here would have been go to Cutie Fly. Because it's 4 times resistant to the Mach Punch. I guess then you might have to pivot again, but like that's honestly worth it. Or you could also have just gone to Chinchou or even the Phantump. Knockoff from the Violet. Even though Violet's probably huge. That's their second Violet, right? Yeah. So no more team Pokemon on their team have a Violet. Unless they're cheating. Chinchou. Fair enough. Thunder Wave. Yep. Thunder Wave is one of the moves of all time. Yeah. Chinchou being the GOAT. Okay, we know what item that was. I'm going to just pay attention. Just to see if I can find a Violet on something else. Huh. Covet. Was there no item to lose? Oh no, yeah, you had an item so you couldn't take. That's the life orb. Okay. We do know every item on that Pokemon's opposing team. Cutie Fly, Bug Buzz, yep. Getting that easy kill. Going to Monkey. Monkey's faster? That's Scarf? Yeah, that's a Scarf Monkey. So the only item we don't know is what's on the Toad School. Wow, okay. That was a interesting game. Yeah, Dino, you saw that you sacked Chinchou for no reason. Um, Eric, you hop up in just in time. I know you haven't said anything in chat, but we just finished watching your match. I mean, you played that match pretty well. Uh, Eric, if you're in chat, can you do you know what item was on Toad School? Out of curiosity, did that even come in at all? This is the easy way to do this. We're looking for Toad School. No, that was the yeah, Toad School never hit the battlefield. It doesn't really matter at all then. Hello, Eric. Um, just trying. Oh, that's weird. Boots. Okay. Yeah, I was more just interested because we saw every item show up through one way or another on your team. I was just curious what your Toad School was, even though it never hit the field. That was a very, I wouldn't say one-sided game. That's a decent game. Um, I do think Dino made a couple misplays. Going to Cutie Fly here over going to Cutie Fly so you didn't lose your Doduo would have been good. But interesting that he called the Scarf though. Was there any reason that he would know that Scarf? This is Monkey 2. Yeah, the first time Monkey 2 came in, it was you kind of made it seem like it was gonna be like a Mach Punch, I guess. Having it go for knockoff was a good call on your part. We didn't know his Scarf until later. But I think he misplayed there a little bit. Anyways, let's go ahead. Let's go for nickname first. Brightwing has good nicknames. There's no nicknames on this side. No nicknames on either side here. And then, so it's between Cavi. Dino, I'm just at the point of you. No nicknames this week. Okay, Cavi, Eric, and Brightwing, which are the Ducks. Okay. I don't think I've given them an award before. This on the side? Yeah. Let's see. Tony. Yeah, I don't think Cavi gets this week because they're all just Tony. So it's in between Eric and I do like Pepe Le Pew. That's a good one. I don't think I particularly like any of the duck nicknames. So let's look at Eric's. I think we give it to Pepe Le Pew this week, for nickname. Okay, what's next? Personal favorite. Let's see. I really liked the Houndour set here. Let's see, was there anything else I thought was notable? Um, Nothing really here. I don't even feel. I still don't feel like I can give it to Snivy still. Anything to Snivy because it just kind of did nothing really. Yeah, I think we're gonna give personal favorite to the to DC's Houndour. Um, I just liked it set a lot. I think it was played very well. Ultimately, he made some good calls with it. Next up is Pokemon of the Week, which I'm going to give to Hisuian Zorua. Um, Once it came in, it just killed everything else on the team. Um, Very, very clean win. Zora was very strong, apparently. As we're all learning right now. But it one-shot Sandshrew. I didn't one-shot Mudbray. It was a 35%. Tink, I'm pretty sure it did one shot. It only did 31%, but I'm sure it would have done way more. Glimmet it killed with extrasensory. Oh no, wait, they had Hazard Chip. That's what it was. Gothita it killed in one shot, and then Sandshrew died in one shot as well. It's a very strong mon, so MVP is going to Fluffix's Zorua, Hisuian. As for match of the week, I'm not giving. This wasn't a great match. I think it's in between Brightwing and DC from Brightwing and DC or Eric and Dino. I think we're gonna give it to. Yeah, Snivy got snubbed a little bit just because I think that their only reason it was because Cabby didn't play in prep well. Um, I don't think Snivy should have won. I don't think Snivy should have just completely swept like it did. That's the big thing. Because like Cabby clearly had two great outs right here that he just didn't use. But Cabby not bringing him priority is not the first time he's done that, but he needs to start doing that. Cabby, if you're watching this, please bring priority next week. You're gonna probably need it. But I think I am gonna give match of the week to DC and Brightwing. I just like the matches, good plays on both sides. I didn't really notice any misplays, if I remember correctly. There's some cool sets on both sides as well. Anything else? Good combinations, not combinations. Teammates pairings. Um, I do think that DC you could have lost here if he clicks Zen Headbutt twice, but that probably came down to a roll as opposed to knock off and then Zen Headbutt. Although I can't see the calcs, it could have been a similar roll either way. I'm not sure. And then he would have had to get the. I mean, Mankey's also weak to Zen Headbutt and it speed ties Crabrawler, so it could have gone either. It could have gone either way. I'm not saying that he guaranteed one. I'm just saying his chances probably were better if he just spammed Zen Headbutt instead. But yeah, once again, it comes down to what Mankey has and just damage rolls I can't see. We just don't know what item was on this. Probably a Violite. Yeah, I mean, that's going to wrap up our stream for today. I've gone through all the matches. Match of the week, just once again recap. Match of the week goes to Brightwing versus DC. Pokemon of the week goes to Fluffix's Hisuian Zorua. Personal favorite goes to DC's Houndour. And then nickname goes to Pepe Le Pew, Eric Stunky. All right, thank you all for stopping by. I have work I need to do because I've been putting it off all day. Will I do it? We'll see. That's a definite maybe. Thank you all for stopping by.